up, guys? Welcome back to Sky Factory for episode 3. Hope you guys are super excited to be joining us back here today. First thing you may notice is I am a little ghostly today. Reasoning was for that. In between episodes, I was real hungry, so I jumped off the edge. And evidently, once you die, you get a ghostly shape for, like, I think this was like an 8-minute timer. Maybe a little less than that, but and you see it in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. I was also messing around in between episodes, and I stopped because I figured something out that I didn't realize. I figured out, open up advancements right here. Guys, look, I have the achievement for collecting rainwater, which is the first part that I read, but if you finish reading that sentence, by jumping on a sapling in a crushing tube, which I did accidentally, and now over here in our crushing tube, we have water, and we have a full thing of water in our oak cauldron. Because I used my clay bucket for that. Is there enough in here for it? There's not. So let's take our dirt saplings, throw them in here, and then we just bounce on them, and it makes water at our crushing tube. That is just amazing. We'll put that in there. So now we have enough to make an infinite water supply, which is what we're going to go ahead and work on today. I evened this out a little bit. I really need to get to torches just so we can have some light, because I don't want any mobs spawning over here. But the tough part about this is I can't build down without jumping off, and I don't want to jump off. So our infinite water supply is going to be a little ugly, and I hope you guys do forgive me for that, but it is going to be something that we will eventually fix. I'm going to put it on the back of this little area right here. Like I said, just please forgive me for the ugliness that is currently going to be our setup. I'll also switch this over to a crafting station, so that way it'll open up that chest next to me, and that way I can just leave stuff in here and open it back up. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and put these right here, right there, to at least kind of make it look a little pretty. We'll grab our water, put that there, grab that water, put that there. See, it looks ugly, but infinite water. Go ahead and chop this tree down. I'm just using my hand for this, really, just so I don't go through a ton of stuff, just holding that tilde key for the timber mod, and getting our way through that. But big things for this, since we now have water, we can now continue making our way through this. So the next thing we need to get is the cottonwood sapling. So if we go into the cottonwood right here, we have the cottonwood sapling, which is made by having a jungle sapling surrounded by cottonwood acorns. I don't know how we get the cottonwood acorns just yet, but we can do some goggling for that. But we do know the jungle sapling is, of course, made in a cauldron by putting a clay sapling over mud. So let's get mud, which is dirt, over water, and we now have water. So we'll put our water in here, right-click it with some dirt, and we now have ourselves some mud. So we'll go over here and get ourselves, I believe it was a clay sapling, right? We'll make sure it was a clay sapling. So get ourselves one of our clay saplings. I assume we just right-click it. Yeah, and we have ourselves a jungle sapling, and we still have a little bit more, so we can get even more jungle saplings if we need to. I'm actually going to go ahead and use up the rest of the mud that we have in here. Get ourselves 4 jungle saplings. We'll put those right up there. Actually, let's look at the use for the jungle saplings. They also make a cookie sapling. Interesting, because they get ourselves the cottonwood, as well as the bacon and donut sapling. Interesting. All right, so we need to go ahead and get ourselves the cottonwood acorn next. So the thing for this is it doesn't show me other than just a cottonwood sapling drops the cottonwood acorn. So I'm going to do some quick Googling and see how we get ourselves to the cottonwood acorn, like what gets us to it. Oh, you know what? I'm real stupid. So I was looking at doing this crafting recipe right here. There's this recipe right here, which I just didn't even look at because I didn't have acorns. It's 3 bone meal and vines, a jungle sapling on a drying rack. Will get me vines. So we'll put this on a drying rack. and then we need 3 bone meal, which is easy. We'll just need to do some bone saplings real fast. So we'll do that, and then we'll have ourselves our next cotton sapling, which with that we'll be able to make ourselves a bed, which we don't. It's not super important. It's an advancement to get the bed and to sleep through the night, but it's in a Sky Factory. I just really don't see a big need for it, other than just wanting to keep it daytime. Oh, we have more than enough right there. We'll go ahead and put this away, that away, that away. Cool. So once that turns, we can start with that. But let's go ahead and start looking to the future. With that, we'll be able to make our cotton stuff right there. Also, looking up here, we have save space and craft a crafting slab, furnace slab. So let's see what a crafting slab is. A crafting table and a stick. Okay. Let's get ourselves some sticks. Make ourselves a quick crafting table. Alright, we got that there. Stop slabbing yourself. Is that the only one I needed? I only had to make one of them? Cool. Only had to make one of them. Is it literally just a slab that's a crafting table? I feel like that's not really saving. Yeah, it's just a crafting table that's interesting. I was like, it can't go on top of other slabs. Slab Machine's the name of this mod, but it can't go on like regular slabs. We'll just put that right there. Just we'll just throw that there. I got our vine. Thank you, vine friend. Throw that there. Surround it by bone meal. And there we go. We got ourselves our cottonwood sapling. You cotton be kidding me. Put our bone sapling. Oh, that grew real fast. Drop that for us. You cotton something. So we got, so it dropped string. So it dropped string similar to bone meal. We'll go ahead and get a couple more of these going. We got ourselves some cotton acorns just to make sure we get enough saplings and stuff, just in case we need to do any crafting, which we'll need to do a few of these, especially to bed. I believe it's 4 string gets us 1 piece of wool. I believe. Alright, that is more than enough wool right there. Get that right there. And we have ourselves our bed. I don't have a room for it yet. Again, we'll pretty up a lot of this stuff much later. New spawn point has been set. And we got the nap time achievement. There we go. So we got that achievement right there. So, going forward, the next thing is the coal sapling, as well as obtain tin by crafting tin amber. Use the Tinker's Complement Melter or Smeltery to melt into molten tin and pour it into a casting basin or cast. I'm going to go towards the coal sapling, because what we want the coal sapling so we can get towards the iron one. So let's go ahead and look up coal. I searched up bed right there just to get to wool easier. I don't know why I just didn't type in wool. But just to make sure that I was correct in it being 4 pieces. Coal sapling. So we smelt a birch sapling. I knew that. Which is sand sapling over water. This is super, super easy. Sand sapling over water. Either water. Alright, put that. We got ourselves 2 birch saplings. Those in there. Perfect. Throw a couple more pieces of wood in there just to make sure that cooks. And we will be having ourselves some coal. Now, I know that so these are part of Sky Orchards, but I believe it does work with something called Bonsai Tree as well, which is a hopping bonsai pot. Evidently, you can super easily set it over a chest, and it'll do itself, like the way of automation. So 4 bricks make that. What's the hopping one? Just a hopper over that? Okay, so we should look into that as well. So brick, of course, is just 1 piece of clay, and we're going to need 5 of those. So we need 5 pieces of clay. We do not have that. We'll start working on our clay saplings right here where our birch smelts. $16 tons. Grab the achievement right there for grabbing our coal saplings. Which again we'll get to. Just working on my getting some clay right now. Alright, so have our clay going over there. So let's go ahead and plant our coal saplings. and see what those trees grow into. I'm just going to dig my way out of this real fast. Oh, that's a pretty cool looking tree. Oh, it just straight up drops. Oh, that's not coal. That's like smaller than coal. What is this? This is a coal piece. So uses for a coal piece. Interesting that it's 8 and not 9. Gets me 1 piece of coal. And it smelts 1 item. So it basically works the same way as like a piece of wood in terms of smelting power. But it costs 8 pieces to get a piece of coal. That's so weird that it's just not 9 or like 4, something to that. Oh, you know what? There is another crafting recipe for it. Using the acorns and the resin will also give me a piece of coal as well, other than just the coal pieces. So double the way to get. We could actually go ahead and craft it and get ourselves some right there. I also already have my bricks in inventory. Let's get this one right here, just so we can get the little bit more coal right there. Go ahead and plant you right there. So the 9 pieces right here, we'll go ahead and drop that in. Get ourselves a piece of coal. Collateral damage. And then we'll also do this crafting recipe as well. Get ourselves a few more pieces right there. So now with our brick, go ahead and lay this out, and we have ourselves a little bonsai pot. Compatible soil, saplings, and their drop rate. So we do need soil as well. Bonsai! So that is an advancement. Is that the age of farming? And that is the age of farming. Use a bonsai pot to grow saplings. Make sure to add dirt, fertile soil, or colored mulch first, then add a sapling. Right-click fully grown trees with an axe to harvest them. Interesting. And then the upgraded one automatically inserts into chests or other inventory blocks. That's automation right there. That's what we're going towards right there. Let's actually go back here. So fertile soil is a great upgrade to your bonsai pot. And I guess this is just the better and better. Will decrease growth time and increase drop. Oh, okay. So each one is a different type. So let's just start with fertile soil right here. Just dirt and a piece of bone meal. So we'll go ahead and grab ourselves. Let's go ahead and smelt these up and get ourselves 2 bonsai going. Go in here. You and dirt. Get ourselves 2 fertile soil. Fertile soil advancement completed. And then we'll put our bonsai pots. Just over here for now. So we'll put our fertile soil in, and we'll put a coal sapling in there. Oh wow, it's just a straight up percentage how it goes. And then we'll need an axe. This one is broken, so we will just craft ourselves a new axe. Still don't have a ton of cobblestone. Still working towards that cobble generator. We do now have water. We do need to look into lava. That is something we can look into as well as how we're going to get lava. Let's put that right there. Oh, it's 100% already. Wow. So right-click it. Oh, dang. And then it stays there, so we don't have to replant a sapling. Wow. That's super cool. That's really cool. So we get a couple of these going. And we're doing pretty good. It does cost some durability. But only 1 durability to do that. Nice. That's very cool. Let's look into lava real fast. Oh, we need the cauldron. I know how to get... Yeah, we need a cauldron and put cobblestone in there, and it makes lava. Duh. Which, for that, we need iron. So back to our Sky Factory 4. Next place to go from here would be obtain iron by crafting iron amber. Use the Tinker's complement melter or smeltery to melt it into molten iron, and then pull it into a casting basin for cast. Craft a lapis sap, a pupaling. Pour molten iron over an acacia sapling to make an iron sapling. Alright, so molten iron, which we need from this crafting iron amber. How do we get iron amber? Iron amber, it's from Sky Orchids, is coal, sand, gravel, clay. Okay, I actually have the stuff to make iron amber. But then for that, we need to use the Tinker's complement melter. Or smelter. Smelter would be, eventually we'll have a smeltery. That's just way too, just stuff we don't have. We don't have lava to use to smelt it. So we need to look for the complement melter. Is that this right here? Nope, that's a complex. I'm pretty sure I misspelled what I'm looking for. Complement melter. Let's just search for a melter. 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 Looking for it. We'll do some Googling. Gotcha, it's this one right here. It's Tinker's Complement is the name of the mod. So it's the melter right here. I need seared bricks. Seared bricks come from truffles, or smelting grout, which comes from sand, gravel, clay. Cool, so let's get some sand, gravel, and clay. So something really interesting happens when you jump off of here, which I noticed the first time I chose to die. You don't hit the ground and suffocate. You kind of just fall. You just kind of portal it around. That didn't kill me? How did that not kill me? How did that not kill me? Yeah, you kind of go into like that ghostly form, and then you come back here, you die. Oh, I fell from a high place. Oh, darn. No grave appeared. Also, you keep your levels, which is interesting. Which I'm fine with. I just thought that was interesting. Alright, I believe I have got enough here to craft 16 pieces of Groot. Which we'll then throw in here with a piece of coal, because we now have coal. So we'll throw that in there. Quickly organize this up, and then we should be doing pretty good for ourselves here. If I might say so myself. Should be able to get that the smelter this episode. Alright, so I'm hoping that it doesn't need this to be smelted. It doesn't, or chiseled rather, because I don't have access to a chisel yet. To be or not to be. What advancement is that from? Oh, this right here? Craft a melter to process your metals. So, going from this right here, it says that we then put the iron amber into the melter, and then it'll do that. So let's get ourselves some iron amber, which we already know we can craft. We need coal, gravel, clay, sand. Coal, gravel, clay, sand. Coal, gravel, clay, sand. Alright, cool. So open this up. We'll go ahead and craft ourselves 4 of these. Yeah, that looks good. Amber is the color of my dinosaur. That's a pretty cool dinosaur you got there, buddy. So I don't know if this, like, a cauldron needs to be under something. So put it right here for now. Because I don't know what does the melting for it. Oops. Okay, I was like, don't break, please. I don't know how to use this. Alright, there we go. Got ourselves our 8 pieces of cobblestone, which we will craft into a furnace. Grab our seared bricks out from over here, and then we shall craft ourselves the heater. The seared heater fuels the melter and alloy tank using solid fuels. So I assume we just connect this, so we'll put that there. And then I guess just coal or wood or anything would go into this. Not heating, I assume, just because nothing's happening. The melter, I just don't know how we put anything into it. Do we shift click? Or is it because we don't have it? I think we need an alloy tank before it'll go anywhere. As we look in the advancements, we have create a seared or porcelain tank to heat your melter, but we have this which is doing it. And then an alloy tank. So let's get ourselves the alloy tank, which is this right here, which needs a seared tank, window, really just anything, and then a faucet, 2 faucets. So I need 6 total, which we don't have. So we're gonna need more Groot. Ah! Alright, so we need more Groot, and we need more to get stuff like that. We're also gonna need this, which is gonna take 4 other seared bricks with some glass. So I think what would be best to do is to pull back for a second, focus on what we did accomplish this episode. We got ourselves the coal trees, the bonsai planters for them to go forward with that. We got ourselves water, an infinite water supply, and a bed. I think that's pretty good for this episode. I think definitely we should take a step back and focus on to just dedicate a whole episode to the seared heaters and the Tinker's Complement mod right here. So that's what we're going to be checking out next week, and in doing so, we should be getting some iron next week, which will be very exciting. So next week should kick off us really moving forward into a new age of crafting. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, let me know down below. Hit that like button and the subscribe button. Be sure to come back next Saturday for more Sky Factory 4. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.